Hill. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the Tennessee Titans. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. It's picked up by the Titans.
Recovered by the kicking team.
And how about that for some fireworks to start this one?
And the fireworks turned out to be for the kicking team, didn't they?
Yeah.
I mean, go down there, make a play, knock it free, and end up with the football. And for the team who's supposed to have the ball, now their defense has to run out on the field and see if they can slow things down a bit.
A quick scramble for the helmets, and now we switch sides.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
We've said it many times, Charles, when you have weapons like this at the wide receiver position, just get him the football any way that you can, and here it's in the run game. Trying to punch it in with Henry. Now he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high power, you got to find a way.
And did he break the plane? Yes, he did. Touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, that's a solid opening drive, and nothing fancy there at the end, just pounded in.
That felt like old school football, didn't it? All right, down at the goal line, and not only were they able to punch it in, as you just emphasized, they did it against a goal line defense that's stacked to stop the run. So if you're on that offensive side of the ball, you feel great about yourself right now. You're actually able to dominate a group that expected you to run the ball and still punched it in.
Minshew and the Jags now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
46-yard line.
Looking to throw it, Minshew. And he locates Laviska Shenault, the rookie from Colorado. Past the 20. Touchdown! Laviska Shenault, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. We'll go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
10-10. Their own 17-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
A gain there of 21 yards.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Pass caught left side by Humphries. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. He'll let this go for the end zone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Flushed out right. That's complete to his tight end, Ferkser. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down. Now throwing on first down and completing it. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. To throw again on second down. Tannehill. He'll get this complete to Batson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 16. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, his second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Titans have taken the lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
32-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. This is Chenault on the receiving end. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. Out to his left. He'll try and run it. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. We've got an injured player, and it's the quarterback. That's Gardner Minshew, who's slow to get up. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll run here with Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They get 9 yards there, and they get a first down. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
It's 3rd and 7.
Out of the gun is Minshew. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Fourth down now as the Titans defense holds up in coverage. That has to feel like a very unsatisfying drive, right? You move the ball all that way and then you can't convert on third down.
But it was satisfying up until that point. Almost like a great movie, and then the film cuts out before the big ending.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Steps away to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Dwayne Smoot able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. Well, there was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Again, Tannehill. Flush to his right. And right side, Henry's got it. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 33. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Tannehill on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken about 7 yards deep. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jayon Brown in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Now punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. We'll call that a 41-yard punt. The net a little greater. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 46. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. Being chased out left. Henry's got it out on the left side. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a first down. Here's Tannehill. Flushed out right. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A.J. Brown hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead.
Now that touchdown won't allow you to totally relax, but you can breathe a little easier now. Just increased their lead.
Gostkowski for the point after. And the lead is up to 18 now. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take.
Intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
That good for 22 and a first down. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. It's the fullback. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, he can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see.
It's a foot race. 30, 10, touchdown. Jaguars. LaVisca Chenault with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
A time again to see what Ryan Tannehill and the Titans can do. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
On first down, it's Tannehill. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis, and I think the ball's out. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And that is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. So there you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go.
Jaguars.
The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. Adoree Jackson on the return. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. First down carry for Henry. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up second.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from running in to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now ready. It's 1st and goal. And it's caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. 3 touchdown passes now for Ryan Tannehill. And that's
a good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they end. Because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to get themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
At the 39-yard line.
Minshew sets to throw. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly. Another try after the first down sack. Minshew to the left side here for Eifert. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The former number 1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney. And that'll bring up 4th down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big. And now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Man, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them.
It got his man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play that time for the Titans. And even 50 yards.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Running jet sweep here, Humphries. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Taken about 7 yards deep and not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jack Crawford in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Another try after the 1st down sack. Minshew. Connection made with Shenault. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back now in Jacksonville. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
17.
Rolling to his left. He's going to take off with it. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Minshew with a throw complete to Shenault. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Here's Minshew. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jayon Brown. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. On 1st down, it's Henry. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. Now a look at Smith. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Tannehill Flush to his right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by the rookie from Florida, C.J. Henderson. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Now Minshew. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now Minshew has it knocked out. Fumble. It's picked up by the Titans. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. They'll run on 1st down. Henry. Derrick Henry all alone. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Extra point good by Gostkowski. And that will extend this big lead. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st. Minshew, 1st and 10. That's caught right side. Chenault with it. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw it. Minshew. Caught. Eifert over the middle. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is Jones. Throwing again on 2nd down. Minshew. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Again, Minshew looking to throw. And that is incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Here's Matt Bosher now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
After the penalty, it's Henry. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
7-yard line. Brings up second down.
Throwing now, Tannehill. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down. Escaping the pressure right. He'll take a shot for Davis to the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep body.
Derrick Henry all alone.
Bring in the second string.
And he will finally be taken out of bounds. It's a big run that time by Henry. 47 yards.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. For them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. Throw left side, going to be caught by Chenault. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5 at the 30-yard line.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Tennessee, the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, it's unfortunately more of the same as they'll fall to 3-10 on the year. And they'll be on the road